we're going to transition as the panel talked about some of the key challenges that remain and what the future of innovation in maternal, newborn, and child health may look like. And it's my pleasure to welcome Tore Lærdal to this conversation as well. So as we look to the future, we can be grounded in some of the work that Tore and his colleagues are doing. He has been a leader in the field through Lærdal Global Health, as well as other initiatives. And part of the challenges we've been talking about are really what's happening in terms of scaling more broadly. And so Tore, I wonder if you could tell us a bit more about the Innovation to Scale initiative that you and others have been leading.
Great. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. I'm very honored to be asked to tell you a little about the Innovation to Scale initiative. And I hope that Jessica can help me advance some slides. If we can have the first one. Innovation to Scale, and I just push the next as well, is a initiative taken last year by the Global Financing Facility, UNICEF, and Lærdal Global Health. Next. Like SLAB, it relates to saving lives at birth, but it focuses later in the scale-up process on well-proven concepts, clearly related to national healthcare strategies that could now be scaled up typically to, say, 25% or more of full national coverage. The full impact potential of a successful Innovation to Scale project will be reached in 3 steps. Next. First, by the result of the project itself over a 3-year implementation period. Second, if results in this first phase are sufficiently compelling, by subsequent full national coverage in the country of origin. And third, and most important, by setting a strong best practice example that can inspire national scale-up also in other countries. Next. Innovation is about impact, and the impact potential may be expressed as a product of the quality relating to the 3 Ds: discovery, development, and delivery. All factors are required, and if any one of these factors are weak, impact could be severely compromised or not happen at all. And then there would be no innovation. As Michael Schrage, the well-known professor at MIT, says, innovation is not what innovators do, it is what the market adopts. The emphasis in this call is on more efficient delivery, which is typically the weakest of the 3 Ds and where there is therefore most to be gained. Proposal focused on discovery is considered to be outside the scope of the call, and only limited resources should be devoted to further development. That is, the tools required to achieve quality scale-up should already be available. Call for proposal was issued next in March of 2019 for 5 awards up to $5 million each. 320 proposals were received, and after rigorous evaluation, 16 finalists were selected and invited to submit a more detailed proposal. These went through further evaluation and due diligence, and the winners were announced right before Christmas. The proposal review committee was chaired by the GFF Secretariat and had representatives from the GFF Investors Group, private sector constituency, the GFF Trust Fund Committee, UNICEF, the government of Norway, and Lærdal Global Health. Next. 4 criteria were used to score the finalists: degree of innovation, quality of the proposed execution and evaluation plan, organizational and team capacity, and last, local ownership and sustainability. The vertical axis on the blue rectangle shows the evaluation committee's view on the full impact potential of the proposal. So the higher up, the more impact potential. The horizontal axis indicates where in the typical 3-year phase of innovation to scale that the proposals were considered to be currently. So as you can see, some of the projects were already close to being ready for consideration for national investment cases. And next. And here are the 5 award winners. Number 1 and 2, the Safer Birth bundle and the Gradient Health Systems, represent further scale up of related projects that have previously been winning both SLAB Seed and Transition to Scale awards. Other SLAB award-winning projects may be part of the bundled Innovation to Scale project. Bundled programs, rather than single intervention projects, become the rule as the projects move towards integration with national health care strategies. Project number 3, the Ethiopian KMC project, merits a special comment. Because KMC is more than 30 years old as a concept and would by most people not be considered to be an innovation today. The Innovation to Scale Evaluation Committee disagrees with that position, as previous scale-up of KMC has been very modest, and KMC is considered to have a particularly high life-saving potential. This project leverages impressive results of a Gates-funded project in Ethiopia in prior 2 years. The innovation does not relate to the novelty of KMC as a method by itself, but to an improved approach of integrating KMC and breastfeeding support within the healthcare system. The local commitment is evident by full matching funding to the project by the Ethiopian Ministry of Health, and the project will now be scaled up from a population coverage of 4 million in the previous study to 37 million people. And finally, next, in summary, next slide, please. In summary, key features of the award-winning projects were clear goals and criteria for measuring impact, strong local ownership, and integration with national health strategies. And next, we are encouraged to see how consistent these features are with the recommendations for moving forward in the Duke evaluation report. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much for that overview of the thinking and process behind the awards, as well as a review of the 5 awarded programs to date. Fantastic to see different organizations coming together, and as you've noted, the alignment between a lot of the recommendations coming out of the evaluation as well as the path forward that's already happening.